Good day and welcome to this episode of Station 55. I'm your broadcaster, Harlequin. Joining me in the booth today is Matron, the steely-eyed missile man from High Command. What have we got in front of us today?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we have a nice matchup with Era and Unlimited on the Allies up against Snarks and Ashfall on the Axis.
And what a matchup it looks to be. We've got an armored spearhead coming in for the fleshy body of the Wehrmacht forces. Do you think they're ready for it?
Oh, well, there's a lot of infantry, but there might be a lot of Panzerfaust with all of those Fallschirmjägers and Gebirgsjägers.
Do you think the mortar, the pack gun, the Panzerschrecks, that's all enough to handle a little bit of tough stuff from the Allies?
It certainly should be able to handle an M8 armored car and a Stag. But these Bren gun carriers with their commandos might prove to be a bit... There's a Cromwell as well. That might be a little trickier for them. So we'll have to see.
Well,
it looks like the Greyhound's going on a long flank, though, on the right.
I think they're aware of the armored assets moving in around them, but they're not really arraying themselves in a defensive position. They're spreading out. They could be caught.
True, but it does not seem that the Allies are coordinating their attacks too well at the moment.
Just have to see. Wonder what that Greyhound's up to in the backfield. Do you think he's getting in position to plant a mine?
I would think so, going that far back.
We'll just have to focus on the front line, see what this engagement shows us. We can always check out that road a little later. These airborne diving in, putting some hurt on these grenadiers.
It looks like the armored car did in fact place a mine back.
Well, he's airborne.
That flamethrower, though, is definitely chewing up.
I think they'll be alright. Flamethrowers usually aren't a big problem for airborne. They put the satchel charge out on the pack gun, get some damage, but don't take it out. Those airborne managed to get out of there, true to their name, moving quickly and light.
Ooh, those RRs are taking quite a beating from that MG-40.
No, you are absolutely right. I had missed the RR squad entirely. They're already down to 2 men. No, 3 men.
Cromwell, though, is already almost out of this, taking a Panzerfaust to the rear from one of those Fallschirmjäger squads.
Definitely a messy engagement for both sides. But it does look like the Allies
is coming down.
Looks like the Allies are inflicting the damage they want to, though. This is an absolute mess for both sides. It's going to be a real big question who wins out here. With that Panzerfaust going out on the Cromwell and taking it out, this might have been a favorable engagement for the Axis forces. It all depends on just what happens with this Greyhound.
Ooh, complete wipe of Ashfall's opening call.
That's real tough. Fortunately, Snarks still has forces on the field, took out the Greyhound, manages to hold the field in spite of his allies' fall. Well, that was a messy and bloody engagement for both sides, but it looks like the Axis forces managed to hold the field and strangle the middle of the map with their superior tactical play.
Hey, you don't expect all those Panzerfausts sometimes, but it seems to be a pretty popular thing to do these.
Just have to see how the re-engagement plays out. We've got what practically amounts to fresh opening call-ins coming out from the Allied players. But it's a much slower and more deliberate call-in, with a line of infantry heading towards the front.
The Axis do seem to be taking it cautiously to get repositioned towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, the Axis, although they held the field, might not get much advantage out of it. Another squad of airborne forced off. He can't have too many standing by. That's tough.
It appears as though the Allies, though, have taken the center of the map despite the rough opening.
Absolutely.
But we'll see if they're able to hold it. They are still rather disorganized at the moment.
Squaring up for an infantry face-off along the center road. I think the Allies have the upper hand when it comes to infantry power. Oh, but if these MP40 Volks can single out this captain, that would be a huge loss for the Brits, especially so early in the game. Is he going to make it into the building? So far, he's ducking the MP40 assault. His men are responding. This firestorm, though, coming in.
Firestorm. Ooh.
These MP40 Volks still chasing the captain.
That captain is totally on his own.
Oh, this is bad. Those assault weapons might tear into him. He's on the road. And he's out. That's huge. That is... The Allies really taking some hard knocks so early in the game.
Losing that captain is pretty big.
That will definitely change the course of the game.
And at the cost of a single MP40 Volk squadron, or not squadron, squad, and a firestorm, a real bargain at that.
Certainly. These riflemen look like they're going to take a shellacking under all this firepower.
And especially with that ambush combat bonus at the... Ooh, but that was quite the grenade.
They certainly got their value back out of that fight. The Allies will have to play a lot harder, though, if they want to make up for how many resources they've spent for very little gain.
I don't think they have too much to worry about at this point. They have taken some hard hits, but the Axis haven't exactly been completely unbloodied in this entire engagement.
You're absolutely right. I think we've got a long game ahead of us. Lots of opportunities for the other team to pick it back up. Still, never want to play from disadvantage.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
Especially with the Axis forces moving down this road, choking the Allies out of the village. Oh, but they might sweep this mortar. Another nasty play for the Allies to have to come from. Got artillery smoke. Is that just decoy smoke or is it the real deal? My money's on decoy smoke.
Oh, it doesn't look like Snarks is waiting around to find out.
Certainly not. He's out of there. Very conservative play, and I don't blame the Axis players for it. They've got the upper hand at this point.
There's a lot of support weapons for the Allies on at the moment. They're only just now getting some more infantry.
Yeah, they're going to have a hard time mounting an offensive like this. That machine gun might be able to loosen up the infantry presence in the middle.
Unit down.
Mortar definitely chipping away at the Axis forces. Panzer Elite Infantry half-track, thinking twice about going in. Looks like these Axis support weapons are making their dues. Sorry, Allied support weapons making their dues, chipping away at these squads, achieving the strategic aims they want to. Depends on if this
the
Axis
mortars are certainly helping, right?
Yeah. This Axis mortar's swinging wide. No
That
real
lieutenant,
heart.
though, if he just keeps sitting there, he's going to get knocked out of this fight.
Oh, definitely. We'll just have to see. Don't think the lieutenants are in too much trouble right now. Got a sneaky squad of, looks like Piat commandos trying to cap their way up the extreme left flank.
And got a couple of Volts on the right flank doing the same to the Axis, or the Allies.
Same difference. Both start with an A, right?
Yeah, that's true. I do believe those Piat commandos are from the opening of the game.
Glad to see something survived. Looks like a light skirmish might escalate into a full engagement here as more Axis infantry surge forward to match Allied aggression. Another squad of airborne.
We see these airborne trying to push up towards this machine. I'm not entirely sure what their aim is, right?
We'll have to see. They might just get wiped out for very little cost. Oh, they've got some sort of explosive in. Looks like a grenade. Put some damage on the 42.
The unit has died a hero.
I don't think that was the right trade to make.
No. And that was a mostly full... I think that was a full squad.
I do understand where the Allied players are coming from, though. They definitely need to take a chunk of the field back for themselves. They're trying real hard, but they're just not getting the pieces they need to pull together.
The machine gun keeps getting blocked by this AT.
You hate to see that. You think these Gebirgsjägers will capture it, or... Oh, they're falling back.
Oh no. That airborne man was too strong for Axis pull.
Hey, sometimes you gotta run. Looks like the British are getting ready for an offensive.
Oh, we got Ashfall coming in with his infantry half-track, trying to take out this AT gun knife. Oh no, he's just waiting, biding his time.
Thinking about the strategic move to be made. Probably distracted by this British push.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
There's an important asset to be considered. Player bandwidth, the ability to move across the map and control your units. This Panzer IV could put a lot of hurt on these Allied infantry.
There are a lot of puppets around though, so it's not exactly going to be an easy fight.
No, certainly not.
Ashfall again with his infantry
Oh,
hat.
going in for the jump.
Takes a hard hit though from that.
Yeah, and the
that
engine's
57.
damaged. Doesn't look like that infantry half-track flanking maneuver paid off.
A couple riflemen came up to help save the day. So this
Oh, is
Panzer
this-
IV is going hard,
Oh,
but he
but
gets
he's buttoned. Just be a real question now of whether or not he can make it out of it. Nope. Not even close.
I didn't even think that was a question.
I don't know. Sometimes the button just doesn't quite come together the way you want it to. But with the help from that 57, they were able to just knock it right out of the park.
We got an M10 on the field. Let's see what he's up.
He's definitely creeping up. I think he wants a piece of this martyr. But that Panzerschreck's saying no. This
Not always
M10
the
looks like
best.
he's in for a bad time. Oh!
That's a lot of hurt.
Short day at the range for him.
Definitely see what he was going for, but plan on running into all those Panzerschrecks.
So what do you think the right call is to make for the Allies here? Do they push forward? Do they try to consolidate? Do they try to flank?
Got some saboteur shenanigans going on in the back.
Oh, that's right.
Especially Snark.
These little guys.
He got it down on the CCS, so that's going to be going down.
Oh, yeah? Oh, speak of the devil. Those saboteurs already earning back their costs. They're only, what, 100 manpower and 50 munitions?
I think they cost any munitions out.
Well, I mean for the demolition charge.
50, 40, something like that.
Oh, here's a radio encryption coming out of the commandos. Looks like they're trying to stage a push.
Oh, they captured one of the mortar.
But it looks like this offensive is falling apart. Not sure getting that mortar off the field was worth it.
Well, especially since it looks like they gave up a couple of support weapons themselves.
Oh, here's a saboteur putting down the charge. Is he going to get it off?
have lost
No, don't think so. Those riflemen saw right through his American uniform, straight to his evil Nazi heart.
No pulling the wool over these fellas, huh?
Certainly not.
The Allies do seem to be in a rather tough position, especially if we look at where they are in their company.
Oh yeah? How are they doing there?
Unlimited's already almost gone through half of his company.
Really?
He's 17 platoon.
According to this, let's see. Jump around a little bit, take a look at these numbers. I'm not getting a company number read. Oh well. Have to rely on you for that input. MP40 Volk's chasing off this sneaky commando. Try and prevent him from getting the back cap. Looks like he's going to slip away though. Oh, but they might pick up. No, they're safe.
MP40 Volks were not able to accomplish what they hoped.
No, certainly not.
I wonder whatever happened with that mine in the back. Well, it exploded.
Well, I guess it couldn't have changed the course of the battle too much based on what we've seen so far.
And given the path that all that infantry retreats along, it is very possible a retreating man exploded it.
Doing his service, putting in his service for his country. British trying to find a opening they can move in through. Going into these Fallschirmjägers, though, I don't think that's the opening. They've already taken a lot of damage. I don't think they want this this engagement to escalate.
I got a Tetrarch coming up.
What's that?
Tetrarch coming up to support them.
Oh, you are. Oh, you're absolutely right. Not sure it's going to provide the firepower necessary to stage a breakthrough here, though.
Those Tommies are in a bad way right now.
Well, they tried to do what they needed to, but well, we saw the outcome of that. This machine gun team putting in the belts, but getting them back too. I don't think they're long for this world.
Looks like the Brits are going to continue to tease that left flank for a little bit long.
You hate to see it. The Allies just don't seem to be pulling together a coordinated offensive. Forgive me, that was my text message tone going off. Wonder who that could be at this time of night.
The Allies do seem like they have been rather uncoordinated this game, unfortunately.
Well, we still have half a game to go, though.
This is true.
This medic tent, pulling in the bodies, definitely might begin paying off. Looks like these Volksgrenadiers getting caught out. Their schemes unveiled.
Oh, we got some Volks advancing up the center, though. Probing to see what's going on. They ran into a wall of Yankee and Tommy.
British are definitely good at digging in, but that's just not what they need right now. As long as the Axis control the crossroads, Allied fortunes do not look too good.
Another probe by the Volks.
Left and right, Theta keeps up the pressure.
That does not look like a fight that is going to go well for...
They took a lot of damage. Are they going to lose any more models in this? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that squad reduced, decimated.
The Axis are going to perform a general offensive up the center here, at least after.
Do you think that's really the right call for the Axis players to make, to try and double down on the advantage that they already have?
Probably not. And I don't think that there is much of an opening created by that Volks flank.
The Axis...
Oh, Airborne picking up a captured machine. Ooh, but that...
Well, either way, they take it out of Axis hands.
Ooh, but they got a really good grenade off on those tank busters before they went.
Absolutely true. This Tetrarch trying to duel with the Martyr, but that's a weight class he is not fit for. Oh, and another grenade in on these Fallschirmjägers. Does a fair bit of damage. Nuclear pineapple going off with a bang.
We got most of Snarks' troops healing back at the... Oh, the Saboteur's still alive.
Oh, yeah?
Just
There were
hanging
two.
out there. The other one died planting that demo charge on the AT gun, I believe.
Right. Don't worry, we captured that. Looks like a lone Tommy trying to push up the side here. Maybe get a back cap and force the Axis out of that center position they're holding so tight.
You seem to be gaining position, though. pushed them on to the other side of the. They pushed the Axis to the other side of the cross, and they do actually now have pop superiority.
Meter at a time.
Snarks is going to push up with this Panzer IV on the left. Probably these Volk squads.
Looks like he heard your prediction. He's keeping the infantry still while he works on microing the Panzer IV.
It's a fair decision to make. A lot easier to just micro the tank than the tank and the infantry.
And he definitely got his worth out of it, knocking out that mortar.
And luckily, their own mortar was able to take out that 50. But it looks like the Allies have picked it back up.
Looks like the Allies have finally developed a strategy. They want to try and circle around the Axis hard position and see if they can draw them out of that defensive posture they've acclimated themselves to.
The right side definitely seems to be faring for them much better. But that Panzer IV could potentially run amok in their back.
Oh, certainly, especially running down these poor minesweeper engineers.
The Chamey drove right by a nice mine.
A near miss. Threat of that 57. Keeping him back. Oh, but he knocks out a lieutenant with the lucky shot. Oh, and he might take a second one, too. This could be huge.
Risk of using your lieutenants as a secondary AT unit.
Oh, just body after body being fed to this god of war Panzer IV. Oh, but he's got a surprise coming up behind him with the Hellcat, putting in the damage.
I don't think he's going to be getting out of this one.
No, I believe at least the Allies get some lucky breaks today. His saboteur squatting in a wreck, blending in with his American uniform.
He's a friendly engineer out for a sit by the wreck.
Cowering, hiding. No need to bother him.
Taking a rest.
Sometimes you gotta take 5. Swirbelwind finds that sneaky Tommy, puts an end to his shenanigans. I think this might be a good time for a break and a word from our sponsors who Welcome back from that break. I'm your broadcaster, Harquin the Rock Czar, and here is my co-caster, Matron. So what have we got in front of us? It seems like the battle's quieted down.
Seems as though both sides are collecting themselves, seeing what their next moves.
That seems right.
The Allies moving up on the right a little. Getting a little shot in on that Wirbelwind. Looks like the Hellcat's going to take off after.
Oh yeah, this Hellcat could be what the Allies were looking for to break back into this game. Especially with the main gun destroyed on that Wirbelwind. Got a upgun Puma rolling down Main Street, looking for trouble. He might just find what he's looking for. His rifle.
Looks like that Wirbelwind is going to get out of there. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like the Hellcat's got company coming for him.
Oh no, he's going to slip right away. He doesn't want any trouble. This upcoming Puma, though, diving into the Allied lines and finding a 3-pounder. 6-pounder.
Ooh, a stag hound.
Yeah, bad day.
Not the kind of party you want to find yourself in.
No, and if the Allies can keep just taking resources back, they might be able to get themselves back into the attrition game and restart their chances on this battle.
True, we have definitely seen the Axis in the last 10 minutes trading less effectively than I think the Allies have, throwing away some units unnecessarily.
Definitely looks like they've burnt through a lot of their earlier higher value units, going for lower tier stuff.
Just about everybody is more than halfway through their companies.
His rifleman taking a beating. Not sure this is an engagement they want to continue.
Yeah, but they might be better off just staying put.
They are definitely providing an anchor for this offensive to center itself around. As they creep up on this house and push back that Panzerschreck squad, those two still here from the opening of the match. Ashfall's Luftwaffe, they're coming back in. They want a piece of the action. But I don't think it's a piece they can handle.
They want to get out of that action a little.
Oh, the 6-pounder just brutally chipping away at their squad.
2-pounder's probably using its focus fire.
Oh, is that something it had? Ooh, that incendiary grenade, definitely what they needed. What do you think this is? Oh, it's real art firestorm, huh? All right.
Pretty good firestorm. Everything's pretty,
Pretty decent. Could open things up. Allow this Geschützwagen and this Martyr and this Whirlwind. Oh,
one of
what I
the
missed.
last rockets just totally wiped out our Tommy's.
Bad luck. But he knew what he was getting into walking into that rain.
Whirlwind's coming back.
Showing absolutely no cowardice as it dives right into the jaws of this Hellcat.
Dying gloriously for the fatherland.
Do you think his sacrifice will pay off? Oh, it doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. Oh, we got a sniper, though, on from Snarks.
Oh, yeah. The sniper could be a decisive factor in the course of the game. The Allies really can't afford to lose too much more, and snipers, their effectiveness grows exponentially as they knock out more and more assets. Oh, this Geschützwagen taking out that heroic Hellcat. It is hard to see a road to the top for the Allies here.
Yeah.
But, you never know. Sometimes you get surprised.
They do keep just churning up Axis units, though, in this right flank.
Oh yeah, this Geschützwagen. Oh, the medic tent taken out by a friendly Piat. Missed the Geschütz and fell short.
The Geschützwagen is not looking like it's gonna have a healthy look.
But I think he'll get out of there. He's a zippy little fella.
Oh, Staghound's going for the sniper.
The sniper, he needs to get away. Oh, he's diving into the building, hiding from the Staghound.
Shot missed. Looks like he's gonna probably live out happily in that building for a little bit there.
Maybe. Did you know Theta used to be in a fraternity?
I did not know.
Yeah, you can tell because he's got a real animal house here in the middle of the map. The machine gun, a sniper, and 2 anti-tank squads.
Certainly quite a party.
And it's dealing out the damage.
Oh, looks like that Geschützwagen got brought down by those RRs after.
It's a tough force concentration the Axis are showing. The Allies want to break into it, but they don't have a lot of options in front of themselves. Oh, and here comes a triple Bren carrier. Flying column. Knock out that sniper if they can. Oh, you can see them. Like sharks in blooded water. That sniper continuing to lay in the damage. Oh.
One column, they've gone for the line formation. It
Looks like it. It's a full armored press from the British players.
Is that real artillery? It probably
the
is.
saboteurs planted a demo charge on the engine-destroyed Staghound. Oh, and then Theta's animal house is down.
With everything inside of it.
Oh, that is a tough set. They get the sniper in there too?
No, they got the sniper, they got the machine gun, and they got the Panzerschreck. These Bren gun carriers are now absolutely tearing through the line.
Yeah, but that demo charge caught the Staghound. A ballsy play from that saboteur.
Certainly a lot of Hail Mary plays going on right now, and they seem to be paying off on all fronts.
Big payoffs indeed. But this Bren gun carrier is not going to be able to stand up to that MG-42. He's out of here. I don't know, I'm starting to feel like, impressive as it was, that was a last hurrah.
Possibly. I mean, still have a few I mean, Era still has 5 call-ins left, so we'll see what he's got left to bring to this fight.
I'm ready to be surprised. Allied players have definitely found their stride and kicked it back into high gear. Just knocking out Axis assets left and right.
I got a Stug with no skirts on the field now.
An efficient little brick of HP and armor. Knocking out a...
And we have Airborne drop behind the line.
Oh, you're right.
Cowards attack
Oh,
our
no.
forward base.
Looking at the wrong thing, yeah. I took a look over at the Luftwaffe ground forces walking across the ground. These assault airborne taking a second to gather themselves before they launch the assault of these Panzerschreck grenadiers. They could clean up here. Oh yeah, they're tearing through them, inflicting damage while their vanilla variety brothers get pinned down. There's just too much. They lose the chase, and the further those Panzerschreckers get away from this assault airborne, the harder this engagement's going to get for them. Tough stuff.
Unfortunate play there. Definitely
bold
could
play.
have worked out, but just think things didn't fall the way you think he wanted them.
Well, like you said, the Allies are looking for Hail Mary plays so they can get their value in. But that's the problem with a Hail Mary play. It is by no means a guaranteed thing.
And that Saboteur is just taking a nap in the middle of that crater on the cross.
Those airborne soldiers wondering why he's not catching all the hate.
Oh, we got a little clown car action here. Oh,
Oh, yeah?
ooh, they got out of that Bren gun carrier, Justin. Looks like they're gonna probably pick up this martyr.
Maybe.
Nope.
Hopefully.
Oh, they're going for it.
We got a Firefly and a command tank coming up. I think that's a real sign that the British, at least, are scraping the bottom of the barrel, forced to throw their heavy AT assets into a situation where they want anti-infantry. But this command tank, oh, he's getting the squish.
Man can't get the commando PFs just got the Medicap. See if they'll pick up this martyr, or sorry, not this martyr, this...
They put in their shots, but it doesn't look like they're getting what they want.
Where was the Firefly to help out? That's what I want to know.
Once again, I think it comes down to player bandwidth. He was just so busy trying to micro all of the disparate parts of his force that he wasn't able to pull it all together at the same time, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, that is true.
Luckily, looks like the Americans have a sniper on the field. Paying his
Unlimited with a
dues.
Vet 3 sniper.
Oh. Well, hopefully no foul fate befalls him. Sloan
that's
Tommy
Commando.
down by 42.
Fighting
About
the good fight against the Axis horde.
Not paying off, I don't think. Once again, the chips are down. The Axis still holds the high hand, I think. Maybe down on territory technically, but the
The Allies are in a rough position here. They've gone through most of their... It doesn't feel like they have the sorts of resources that they would want on the field right now. And the Axis have an awful lot of equipment.
fought so hard for so long, but
In the end, it didn't even matter.
this engagement playing out, both sides just grinding infantry on each other. Up, grenade knocks out a hefty number of Volks.
And in this case, this is an exchange the Axis can afford to lose infantry.
Unfortunately for the Allies, you are absolutely right.
Defend the fatherland is good there.
Sniper coming up, looking to take a shot, I think. The sniper seems to be contemplating his options here. Good grenade play from these airborne, but
Indeed.
good grenade play on its own won't turn the tide of battle, I don't think. Not when they're pinned down and suffering.
Those folks are going for that sniper.
Oh, they want him. Doesn't look like they've got him, though.
No.
Retreats safely into the arms of his Tommy brethren.
Even popped inspired assault to try and get that.
Oh, we've got a infantry half-track coming in. Panzer Elite. Could potentially sweep forward, catch the Allies off balance.
Well, we've got a 17-pounder and a 57 out now.
The Allies, they've got plenty of AT, but there's so many pieces they need to make this puzzle pull together.
Oh, Snarks coming out with a second sniper. Why am I
is that
not
so?
surprised?
How about that? Riding his limousine in style.
Well, I hope his half-track doesn't smell like Volt's Grenadier.
The American sniper earning his paycheck. He doesn't yet know, though, that Wehrmacht sniper is creeping up. Both sides pretty happy with the course of events, it looks like. Or at least happy with what they can get. The Allies, I imagine, prefer to have a higher hand here.
Well, the Allies maintain a small map control advantage right now, but that is entirely outweighed by the force disparity.
Oh, we might get a sniper duel here in a second. Allies still unaware that there's a Wehrmacht sniper on the field, and they've got no reason to think so. Oh! And there it is. Wehrmacht win the surprise fight.
That is a Vet 3 sniper out of action for good.
That is the tragic fact of the matter. Snipers, they live brief, exciting lives.
I'm
That
dropping
one's
some
life.
smoke on the ground.
Was that just smoke?
Yes,
All
that's
right.
the smoke.
It's hard to tell.
It's very confusing sometimes.
The Saboteur creating a little bit of confusion as he runs back and forth.
This looks like this is the Allied last hurrah.
Oh, is this the final offensive?
I mean, that's what it looks like. They're going forward with everything they have, it seems like.
Oh, and with so much left in the film, I think we know how this ends for them.
Not great.
This Firefly just getting manhandled by the AT assets. He's out of here. Infantry getting mopped up. Machine guns pinning down what little is left. I think that's all she wrote. This Stug's main gun is out, but I don't think that really is going to change things too much.
Got another Hellcat on the field.
Oh? Oh yeah. There he is.
But unfortunately, I don't think he has the kind of support that'll be able to really make an impact.
Yeah, a fight has to play out as a concert, not just a solo performance.
And that is it. Era and Unlimited are both completely on field.
This Hellcat taking a pounding, even though he's only been on the field for a few seconds.
Looks like that. Yep. There you go.
Panzerfaust doing what it needs to, and he's out of here.
Those double Faust can be quite nasty.
It's not looking good, especially with this sniper reigning supreme and uncontested. No assets left to counter him.
This is a done deal. The Allies don't have anywhere close to the amount of forces left to push back.
Certainly, especially not like that. I think we can save ourselves and the viewers some time by saying, good night, fellas. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. This is Station 55. Over and out.